Welcome back to Don't Be Fooled. Joe Biden, presidential candidate Joe Biden, can't remember who he's running against.
This is the most consequential election in a long time. And the character of the country, in my view, is literally on the ballot. What kind of country we're going to be. 4 more years of Georgia, going to find ourselves in a position where...
George who? Bush? Washington? Who does he think he's running against? Who honestly takes him seriously as a candidate? Senator Brian Schatz of Hawaii took to the podium this week to protest the vote to confirm now Justice Amy Coney Barrett on Monday. In his righteous plea, he accuses Republicans of trickery to gain power.
Inside of this body, your word is supposed to count for something. It's not supposed to be about the maximal use of power and tricking each other and tricking the public.
He's against tricking the American public, huh? All right, Senator Schatz, if you're so against trickery, do you honestly expect Joe Biden to serve as president? Or do Democrats plan to install Kamala Harris if elected? Do you honestly believe Joe Biden is capable of serving as president? Talk about trickery. The Democratic ticket is the biggest trick in Washington. Joe Biden is campaigning on the fears of Americans. He's banking on Americans fearing the coronavirus. His campaign depends on Americans to fear reopening the economy, to fear reopening schools, fear being called a racist, fear violence in neighborhoods, fear attending a rally. Yet, just this week, he said he offers hope, not fear, to the nation.
I tell you this from my heart. I believe America in an America of hope, not fear.
Bold-faced lie. If Americans really knew they are empowered and have the ability to defeat the coronavirus and live fearless lives, Joe Biden wouldn't get a single vote. He needs Americans to fear. Without fear, Joe's got nothing. MSNBC tried to get Trump campaign press secretary Hogan Gidley to denounce voter fraud allegations, but realized Mr. Gidley actually had a valid answer to the question, so she interrupted him, preventing him from explaining the very real facts that there's a potential problem with mail-in ballots.
You can't deny what you've seen on television in all of these local markets, where people are finding ballots in trash cans, people are finding ballots in ditches in the back of trucks.
There is no widespread evidence of voter fraud, Hogan. You know that. I don't want to have to rehash this conversation. I'm asking if the president is going to back off those claims. If you can't answer that, that's fine. We can move on, but just answer the question.
I'm answering the question because the fact is it does occur. Listen, I received a ballot just the other day in my apartment
that is
from someone who hasn't lived there in 10 years. There is not widespread evidence
of voter fraud. Okay, well, we're going to move on then.
Oh, nuts. He actually had an answer to that question. Just be super obnoxious and hope he forgets what he's saying. Way to go, MSNBC. Lastly, Miles Taylor, the disgraced Homeland Security official, announced himself this week to be the source of Anonymous, the 2018 scandal and book sale depicting the resistance in the White House. The only problem? Taylor never worked at the White House. He never attended meetings with the president until his last month at the department, when he was promptly fired. He also never actually expressed any resistance to those of us who worked there. Anonymous is fake, and that's the best the New York Times could come up with.